What is up, Jabonies? JJ back here with the crew, Snyder, Uncle T, Mangone, and yes, new addition to the golf show, Allie Mack. Before we go into you, Allie, Uncle T, it's been a while since you've been on. I don't even recognize you anymore, to be honest. But I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to have you back. It's very nice to have you back. How you been? I know you've been doing a lot of stuff with basketball. So how you been?
Haven't gotten any better looking since I seen you guys last, but no, miss having this. This is one of my favorite shows that I do. I really do. I enjoy the banter back and forth. Talk some golf, pick some winners. Last couple of weeks we've been, February is awful for me with radio. So I got one more game on Saturday and I am finished for the year. So I should be good to go to meet these requirements every Tuesday or Wednesday. We get these together, and happy to be on and happy to be on a show with Allie here, joining us with some golf winners. She's been crushing.
Yeah, Allie, you've hit a few winners over the last few weeks, right? How you been enjoying golf?
Yeah, I'm really into it. I owe all of my love to golf to Tom Hoagie, so big shout out to him. He gave me my first win.
Okay. Can't argue that. And then, Mangone, you look busy as always on this show. So how'd you guys do last week, Mangone, Snyder?
Yeah, I mean, Mangone over here, he always has to make sure that everyone gets their times right. Uncle T gets the time, so he's here. Mangone's grinding to win $1 million up the lock right now, answering Discord chat questions, just doing it all over here. But excited to be here to talk some golf. Last week, it wasn't the best. Sung JM let me down, but DFS wise, but Denny McCarthy did me well. That was a good value play I liked a lot. So just got to try and get the job done this week. You can't win every.
What was your take, man, going on Big T kind of trolling you with Sanjay? It looked like I saw, was that him subtweeting you or?
I think he was subtweeting you, but maybe the cash donkeys, right? I mean, I will say I typically am someone that been playing more tournaments and I'll eat chalk here and there. That was good chalk I thought that we had. But it turned out not to be good chalk, and I almost made the pivot to burger. That was the even more hurtful part. Like, I was close to clicking the button, and then I just didn't. So, tough, but hey, we bounce back. We go to next week.
That's it. Snyder, on your end, how'd you do? We'll do this. How'd you do last week? And then you could slide right into the course specifics.
I had Daniel Berger as an outright. Our guy Tambo kind of jinxed him on that Saturday night round 4 showdown show we had going. He said, just count your money, you've already won. And little did he know that Mr. Berger had that 5-shot lead gone in about 4 holes. So that was kind of brutal. I had a decent sweat in one of the DFS contests. I was up to like 7th place in that $5 tournament. I was sitting 7th. I had Brooks and I had Svensson and I had Hubbard and Berger and another guy up there, and they all seemed to just hit it in the water there at the end and kind of cost me there. But it was an all-around pretty good week. But this week we're going to be at the
Snyder, hold on.
Yeah.
Snyder, hold on. JJ, do I get to talk about my week last week, or are you just going to move right past me since I haven't been here in a couple weeks? I mean,
you know what? You can have 5 seconds.
No, go ahead.
We heard about your month. If we're being honest, you told us about Radio Row for like a month.
He asked me first off, man. And I do what my host tells me. I mean, he leads me into a question, I answer it. I don't go off the rails like you do.
I'm a new man. Dunkel, tell him. Since he's been gone, I'm changed.
Mangone has certainly not changed.
That's not true. I mentioned 2 golfers. Snyder mentioned more. Go back to the tape, Dunkel.
You see, this is ultimately what we try to do is we try to get Mangone really heated. It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't really take a lot. Uncle T, you can attest.
But
yes, I have
seen timeout, put him on mute sometimes.
Don't worry, I ain't afraid to boot somebody, including you, Allie. Anybody says the wrong thing, you could easily find yourself in timeout. But Uncle T, you bring up a good point, and I'm a fair host. How'd you been doing in golf the last few weeks?
Well, DFS golf, I didn't do very well. Full disclosure, did not do very well. But the reason I brought that up is I got me some Snyder bucks last week sent to my Venmo. Nice little Venmo, Mangone. It's always nice to get some Snyder bucks, right? Little Venmo showed up on Monday morning, courtesy of Mitch Snyder.
Not bad for you, Uncle T.
Courtesy of Mitch Snyder, a couple sticks. So that was always nice. I was able to take Big T out to lunch all week because he struggles with the money.
I'm sitting here eating ramen noodles and Big Uncle T's out there taking Big T to dinner. I mean, it was rough seeing.
I'm a man. Hey, Big T struggling a little bit. I take care of my nephew. So, and then the disappointing part, though, Dunkel, was I had Lowry in an outright 30-1 beginning of the week. I had Lowry. So Snyder struggled with Berger getting that in. I had Lowry. So neither one of us ended up winning. So that was definitely hurtful. But on to this week.
This week we're going to be at the API here at Bay Hill in Florida. We're going to remain in Florida for a couple more weeks. This course is going to play 74, 66 yards long, par 72. When you automatically see that yardage, everybody kind of thinks bombers here, but there will be some holes that benefit the bombers, but there's going to be a lot of holes where golfers are forced to lay up off the tee too, which is going to lead to a lot longer iron shots. Shots of 200 yards and plus are going to be at a higher percentage than normal here at this event. For the par threes are going to probably play all over 200 yards. I think the one's listed at like 199, but they say it's going to play over 200. And the other three are definitely going to play over 200. The greens are going to be super fast here, right around 13 on the stem meter. Really fast and firm conditions here. Golfers are going to see 84 bunkers. There's going to be 9 holes with water in play. Definitely going to play tough again this week like we saw last week. The par fives here are going to be you're going to have to score on these par fives. They're the only holes here giving up birdies. So definitely need to score on these holes. The final hole here is a really tough hole. It's going to make or break you. It's got a 21% bogey rate and even an 8% double bogey rate. So if you're coming into this final round like we saw last week, you could have a 1 or 2 shot lead coming in here, and it can be gone in one shot here. So it's going to be interesting to watch this come around through 18. I think the cut's going to be right around +3 or +4 with the winning score right around -9, I think. Some key stats I'm looking at: strokes gained approach off the tee, bogey avoidance, greens in regulation, and long iron play.
Awesome.
Wait, Dunkel. He missed an important key stat. We did not get anything about the greens, and we got nothing about the layered rough. Those are the real key stats.
Actually, I did kind of miss on the rough. I've seen some videos where this rough is looking pretty brutal this week. I mean, they're listing it at like 3 inches, but I think it's going to play far greater than that, especially throughout the weekend once this the rough continues to grow. It's going to play tough if you miss the fairways.
Love it. And thanks for chiming in there, Mangone. I think I almost missed that. Actually, I would have missed it. DFS-wise, Uncle T, I'll start with you. We'll move right to left from there. DFS, who do you, a top person you like, and who's maybe somebody on the cheaper end that you like?
Yeah, there's a lot of good. I mean, if you look up top of this field this week, I think DK did a pretty good job, honestly. I know there were some people clamoring that Rory being at 11-1 and Rahm at 11-4, there was not enough difference in the price there for people. I actually disagree. I think Rory deserves that price tag up there next to Rahm this week. Rahm obviously, and I say struggling for him, right? He's been at the top of the board how many weeks in a row now, obviously in pricing, 21st, 10th, the last couple of weeks when we've been on him, that really isn't paying off. 21st place finish isn't paying off that price tag. But as far as from a DFS standpoint this week, and again, we'll get to outrights and stuff because it is a big difference whether you're going to take a DFS play or an outright play. And right now, Matt Fitzpatrick at 9,200, he's 20-1 to win the golf tournament, which is way too short. I think you can get some better odds if you shop around, maybe 25. I don't know if you can get anything better than 25 at this point in the week. I think earlier in the week, maybe you can get a
29-1 on FanDuel, Uncle T.
So probably, did you get it recently or was it earlier in the week?
Right now, if I want to hop in, I can get it right this second.
If you can get that, I would grab that right now, to be honest with you, because I do think that's a pretty good price on Fitzpatrick. But as far as DFS, I really like Jason Kokrak at 8,400, JJ. He's going to be one of my favorite plays on the board this week. Comes in with great course history. Really sets up great for this course, to be quite honest with you. He's able to hit the driver and just plays to his strengths. He's got an 8th, an 18th, and a 10th the last 3 trips here. So from a standpoint there, I like him. And then going down below, as far as I think we usually take one down below, Lonto Griffin, $7,100. Same thing with Fitzpatrick, though, 75-1, at least on DK Sportsbook right now. So I wouldn't really bet him. I'd try to get a better odd if you were betting him outright. but $7,100 for Lonzo Griffin down there is one of my favorite value plays on the board.
Awesome. Love it. Allie, DFS wise, any folks you love at the top, at the bottom, middle?
Well, I'm not that experienced in the DFS side, but I got my outright winner picks. If we want to wait for that, we'll come back.
Yeah. No worries. And go on the DFS end. Top, bottom, anybody? Try to keep it like less than 12 names.
Yeah, I mean, again, Uncle,
save some for me, Mangone.
Uncle, I'm a new man. I'm going to give you only a couple here. So I like some of the Uncle T's calls. One of them I was going to say, and I'm just going to say it too, is I'm on the Kokrak train. I think it's a pretty good spot to be at. Uncle T is a boomer and muted, so we didn't get to hear his "Let's Go Mangone."
I'm yelling at my dog.
Oh, okay. I thought he was giving the "Let's Go Mangone," not yelling at his dog.
I did say Mangone. You caught me.
So I got Kokrak. I like him a lot DFS wise. 8,400 is definitely, I mean, it's that weird tag where I think people are going to shy away from him. And, Paul Casey chalk is not something I ever like to play. And I've swore off it. Like, I'm just not going to play Paul Casey when he's chalk for the rest of time. And that's the rule this week, just not playing him. And it's worked out well so far. I'm going to stay off him. So no Paul Casey for me this week. And then when it comes to some of these cheap ones, there's a lot of guys in this 7K range, and I'm not going to mention them all, but one guy that I mentioned last week, I'm going to talk about him again because I think he's a really good cheap option for value play. Not the greatest outright option, I don't think, for betting, but I think DFS-wise, it's one of those guys that can really just live in that T20 range for you, is Denny McCarthy. Really good Bermuda putter, 7,100. I think it's a really nice safe option. So that's a value play for you. And best pie eater, you have lost. I'm done. I named 2 golfers, and 8.5, the under hit.
So I didn't even go as far to argue. Mangone only gave 1 golfer because Uncle T, you gave, Kokrak. So, I mean, maybe we are turning a new leaf here, Travis. Snyder.
Who's Travis?
Snyder, who do you like at the top and who do you like at the bottom?
Up top, I'm going to kind of go away from that top 10K tier. I'm going to slide down to my guy, Will Zalatoris. I like him. Enters this field with really good, solid form. 26th, second, and 6th. He's really close to breaking out for a win. I think that win's coming very soon. We saw Scotty Scheffler finally break out and get a win earlier this year. I think Will Zalatoris is that next guy that's ready to take that next step forward. He's going to definitely pay off his price tag here. I definitely like him in that 9K range. And a guy that's getting a price savings this week is my guy Cam Young. I'm going to be definitely right back on him. He's just been absolutely printing for us lately. 16th last week, second at the Genesis. Both tougher tracks like this course. I think this course sets up better for him too, as he is a little longer off the tee, hits his long irons well. 20th at the Farmers too. I know Uncle T and Big T are going to give me shit, but this guy just keeps printing, so I'm going to keep playing him.
Awesome. So that cuts the DFS and short and sweet. Everyone, good job. Allie, we'll start with you with outright. So just so you know, on this show we like to do who you think wins, and then we'll do like longer shots with that you think might have some value. So as far as who do you think wins the tournament, who do you like here?
Well, I got my top picks to win, and then I got my picks to finish top 20. Are we going to get to that too?
Oh, we're going to get to the T20s too. Yeah, sure thing.
Okay.
Top 20, Alex, T20. That's how the golfers say it. T20 is the way it's supposed to be said at the PGA Country Club.
Okay, I know.
I'm just making sure this off. T20 is just the way
to clap back, Allie. Don't be afraid.
Mangone, that was a little.
Get after him. That's Mangone, right, Allie?
Yeah, like Mangone, silence.
Who do you like to win here, Allie?
So I don't know. So my top guys, I have Keith Mitchell and Willie Z up top. I know I saw Tambo was kind of coming at Willie Z's throat on Twitter this morning, but I like him. I mean, he finished within the top 10, or I'm sorry, he tied for 10th last year, and he has 2 top 6 finishes over his last 3 events. And Keith Mitchell, I don't know. He's finished 12th or better in his last 3 tournaments. He's got a great course history here, 5th and 6th place finishes on the resume. So I don't know. I like either one of them.
Zalatoris and Keith's 40-1. Okay, awesome. Little outside the box there.
You know what? And I'm not going John. Like, I'm off John Rahm. He's let me down the past two tournaments he was in. I'm over it.
Yeah, he definitely pounded my
head. Holds grudges
a lot last year, especially against DJ. But either way, Mangone, who do you like to win here?
Yeah, so I think this guy he's a good outright bet. I know the Snyder's probably going to kill me because his form's not as great, but he's an upside guy. And this is what you do when you're betting outrights. You're not playing to get second. You're not playing to get third. Sam Burns is the guy that I'm looking at. I mean, he's 50-1, he's 46-1. I know Snyder, I get it, but if we're trying to hit the long shot kind of guys that have upside, that's a deep number for the talent of type of golfer that he is. I mean, it's just simple. So yes, I do worry about the form a little bit, but when it comes to betting outrights, that number feels a bit too large for him. If you want to, another thing, price shopping wise, Jason Kokrak is 36-1 on DK. He's 50-1 on FanDuel. That was something that I looked at. I'm not going to give you that 50-1 guy, Dunkel. I'm going for that longer guy when we get to that long shot. But just want to call out, that's one reason why you need to be shopping for your different numbers on different books.
This is the second week in a row, Uncle T. I think you'd even be impressed with this. That Mangone gave a 50-1 winner during the winners portion, not the long shots portion. He has really turned a new leaf.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
It's been impressive. It's been impressive to watch. Snyder, on your end, who do you think? Who do you like to win?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Matthew Fitzpatrick here. I guess he likes to be called Matt now, but on DraftKings he's 20-1, and on FanDuel he's 29-1. So that's another instance where you can line shop and get the better number. Fitzpatrick comes in with great recent success here. Went 10th, 9th, 2nd, miscut, and 3rd. So 4 of the 5 years inside the top 13 here. So I really like that. Strong recent form as well. 10th at the Waste Management and 6th at the Pebble Beach tournament as well. This is one of those courses that I really like to target him at. He loves like these fast and firm conditions. It's going to play tough, which really suits his play style. And I think he's a guy that could get a W here.
Love it. Love all these outside the box options here. Uncle T, tough acts to follow. Who do you like to win?
Yeah, I better come off at my 10K guy that I know is going to win it. I better go down the board so I don't get made fun of. So we're gonna go down to Jason Kokrak. I talked about him in the DFS portion. Going to talk about him in the outrights here. 50-1. I'll take him as my, I guess my shorter number, if you will. And then down below, you brace yourself, Snyder. You ready? Take a deep breath, Snyder.
Don't be stealing my guys.
You ready? Here it comes. Cam Young. 80-1.
Oh, I'm going to have to pull out the receipts from last week. Uncle T was telling me Cam Young was the worst player on the PGA Tour.
Hey, Snyder, we are not results or you can't be just results oriented in this business. 1 week you can be off a guy. Tell him, JJ, and you can't hold grudges. Allie, listen to this. You can't hold grudges. It's whatever's going to put Benjamins in your pocket. I like Cam Young this week as my longer shot, JJ. 80-1. I think I'm showing him at DK Sports. Look at Snyder.
He's just hate to see it. He just buries this guy. He buries this guy all week long. Says he's the worst player on the PGA Tour.
Good for that track last week, Snyder. That's you got.
I had him last week.
Well,
he got 16th. He got pretty good for us. He finished at T20 for us.
Yeah.
Good process trumps good results in the long run, anyway. Snyder, considering maybe you were going to give Cam Young, what are your thoughts? And are you going Cam Young? Or are you going somebody else as your long shot?
Definitely was going with Cam Young. I seen him at 80-1 yesterday. I got him at 81 yesterday, and I was just looking now, and I think he's right around 70-1 right now. I'm seeing. He's 55-1 actually on FanDuel. So DraftKings, you can get him at 70-1. I was lucky to get him at 80-1 then yesterday, I guess. So definitely one of those guys that's trending upwards. I definitely am looking to like Cameron Young and Taylor Moore with the two Korn Ferry guys that I was on big on coming into last year and then into this year. I think both of them are going to step forward. We've seen Cam Young come close, almost won at the Genesis, which is another tough track, and then finished 16th last week. Had a really bad Saturday, and I was really happy to see how he could have just folded and came to this tournament, but he buckles down and then shoots like 5 under on Sunday. So love the good mojo he's carrying into this event. I like Cam Young.
You see how he indirectly, like, somehow spun that up your ass, Uncle T?
Yeah,
He was like, yeah, you know,
he didn't let me get it.
Uncle T-
It's
Uncle T-
unbelievable how he redirects the attention and then he talks about last week already. JJ already asked you to recap last week, and here you're going to go recap again. I will say
Part
this:
of the process.
on my local books only got 45-1 on Cam Young, as crazy as that is. So I might need to make the drive over to Indiana, where I can make a bet, unless I can ship some money out to Snyder and get that 80-1. I want some 80-1.
Gone, yeah.
So,
love it. Mangone, your longer shot. I know you said to brace yourselves the last time, and you've been good with these. Who do you like? Long shot to hang around.
Yeah, Uncle T. And when you make that trip over to bet that Cameron Young, stop at Waffle House, because all you do is waffle on him, man. It's just getting embarrassing.
is that the place? Is that the place where you cut your finger last March Madness, or was that the Dunkin' Donuts?
No, I cut my finger out. Your actually the Niehaus house. Dunkin' Donuts is where I waited 45 minutes for my coffee, and I still haven't gotten it. I might have to go back and get one.
You're just a little guy. They probably didn't see you up at the counter.
Man, Uncle T, you just want the smoking basketball. I mean,
it's coming hard here in a couple weeks.
I haven't been cleared yet, for the record, but I will get
here we
cleared.
go.
I will. No, I don't do that.
Dead foot. I'm not cleared yet. I got dead foot or whatever.
No, I will. You won't have to worry about me waffling on the court. If I get cleared or not, I'm going to take your ass out. So it's on.
We'll have to see. I'm going with Carlos Ortiz, though. Another guy. He can pop at any time, and 100-1 seems good in this field. It's not too much of a big boy field. There's some good golfers here, but it's not too big where I think Carlos Ortiz could shock you and surprise you. So I like Carlos Ortiz at 100-1. I think that's going to be my guy here as my long shot.
Okay, love it. So I guess we could start over to T20s, and then Allie, I know you have a few you like here.
What? I didn't give my long shot.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Uncle.
Okay.
What the heck?
With a clap back. Okay. Okay.
Light him up.
Who do you like?
I like Alonso Griffin.
Okay.
Yeah. He had, third place American Express finish. I don't know. Let's see what I have. Third time in his career. He's finished. He tied for 21st last year. I don't know. I just for some reason I'm on him this week. 75-1.
I like it. Yeah, consensus 75-1 on a few different books. Definitely juicy. Definitely falls into the play. So yeah, all right. I guess we'll stay right here. Slide right into your T20s as well. Who do you like on the T20 end? Whereas Mangone say top 20.
Yeah, top 20 T20. I have three. I have Keith Mitchell on this list as well, but I'll leave him out. I have Victor Hovland. I like him. I'm like always navigating towards him in tournaments for like the top 20, top 10 picks. I think he's hot right now. He's never finished better than top 40 here though, but he's come a long way in the past year. So I'm going to go Victor Hovland. And I also like Dylan Fratelli. Finish top 20.
Yep. Plus 120 on Hovland. And who was the other one, Allie? Fratelli?
Dylan Fratelli, yeah.
Okay, so Fratelli is 450. There's a juicy one. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Uncle T, we'll go to you. What do you like T20?
Yeah, I got a couple nice T20s this week. I got Chris Kirk plus 250. Chris Kirky, as AR Boy AP calls him. He has been playing some great golf, and he's got a T8, T15 here. Two of the last 3 years been playing some great golf. So for a T20 plus 250, Chris Kirk, and then I'm going to give you a bonus one. We haven't talked about this guy at all yet. I might not play him in DFS, but I might play him as a T20 because we just haven't seen a whole lot of him this year, and it's Tommy Fleetwood. And I really want to get your all's opinion on that. Because he's got great course history here. We haven't seen him a whole lot, but plus 170 for Tommy Fleetwood to T20. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I'm just going to say I hate that.
I didn't ask you, JJ. I meant the.
If it's a Gary Wetterland thing, we want to bring in Dunkel. You know what I mean? But no, I mean, I'm not huge on Fleetwood, but I haven't played him much. So
Well, T20, so I'm not playing him in
Yeah.
DFS. I don't think, but
I actually was looking at him. I was like between him or Hovland, but I went with Hovland.
all right. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Allie. 1-1. Snyder, you want to break the tie? JJ don't count.
It's 2-1 right now, Snyder.
What are we keeping score on?
Love it. Love it. What are we even talking about?
Yeah, Wes in chat is saying Fleetwood is. I get it. I'm talking about a top. This is the top 20 segment, Wes.
Yeah.
Fleetwood, is he playing?
Yes.
Well, I mean, let me go. Let me see what we got. Your boy Mav McNeely's right next to him.
Oh, we'd love to see it. What do you want?
We'll
I'll take
slide
my
in
boy
there
Mav.
for the show.
I'll take my boy Mav over Tommy Flushwood.
I'll take plus 120, and you got a deal.
Uncle T's always looking.
Wes is a smart guy.
Uncle T's always trying to get
Very
whatever
smart
he
guy.
can over
Very,
me.
very intelligent, Wes. Extremely intelligent.
Can I join in this, and can I give my top 20 and maybe getting on this wager too? Because lunch sounds good in a couple weeks between you guys.
I
can't wait.
Mangone, don't bite off more than your little 5'4" frame can chew off.
Uncle T, real quick, who owes who lunch right now?
I owe you lunch.
Okay, quiet down there over there. Okay, old man. Christian Bezadenhout. He is going to be the guy that's my T20 plus.
Well, you got to say his
240.
name right first, but
No. This is the different show, Uncle T. Different show. We don't call him Bezadenhout or whatever you guys call him on the premium show. Save it for there. We pronounce it the correct way over here. So plus 240 on FanDuel. Don't bet it on DK. It's plus 170. Price shop that thing up. So go over to FanDuel plus 240 T20 on Mr. Bezadenhout.
AP in the chat wanting to get some Snyder bucks. Get on in there, AP.
Who's he want? He wants Flushwood?
He wants the same thing. He wants
Oh, no, I like
He's
some
the
Bez.
man.
I like Bez. I think I'm playing Bez in cash.
No, this is how he backs off, AP. This is what Snyder
I said I
does.
would take Mav over Flushwood. I didn't know Flushwood was even in the field.
Well, you do now.
Dunkel, I expect my golf tout to grind out every single golfer and know everything about him. He didn't even know he was in the field. Snyder, do a better job.
I'll be honest.
That's
Snyder,
my
Snyder
way
does-
of saying he shouldn't be in the field, I think.
Snyder's having a rough show.
Snyder
The
does
haircut's not looking rough, though. That haircut's looking smooth. Are you going to have that for Kentucky, or are you getting that shaped up one more time?
Oh, yeah. We'll get her shaped up one time before we get there.
You know what? I do this show weekly for Snyder's hair. That's really why I'm here. So, man, I haven't started with you for any of these, so I guess we'll start with you with matchups.
Well, you going to give me a top 20 or?
I didn't even really give you Snyder.
The edible has kicked a little early today.
He wants Fleetwood over somebody.
I guess I assumed it was going to be Fleetwood. My bad, Snyder.
No. I'm going to go kind of piggyback with who Allie had for a long shot outright. I'm going to go with Lanto Griffin plus 290 to finish top 20. Let me see. Where did I have him at? I can't find my shit. Oh, here it is. He's 2 for 2 here. 21st, 36th here. 3rd at the Amex, like Allie said. 16th at Pebble Beach. It's been a really strong start for Lanto here through this season. Made all 4 cuts this year, and he's made 8 straight cuts too, dating back to last fall too. So I think Lanto's a real strong option here this week at this track.
Awesome. And you know what? Since I skipped you on the T20s, we'll just stick with you for matchups, and then we'll go to Mangone. For matchups, an individual you really like or a certain matchup you really like for this week?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Scotty Scheffler versus Victor Hovland. Scheffler's a minus 115 favorite over Hovland. I kind of worry about Hovland's around the green game here, so I'm going to kind of be hesitant to play him. I like Scotty Scheffler a lot to possibly win this event, too. He's shown that winning upside now, and he backed up that win with a 7th place finish at the Genesis, too, which is a tougher track that's going to kind of correlate to this a little bit. And it's got a tougher field than the Genesis as well. I think Scotty's just been playing great over his last 2-3 months. 3rd in greens in regulation, 5th in tee to green, 6th in par 5 scoring, 7th in approach over the last 24 rounds. So definitely like some Scotty Scheffler this week.
I can get with that, and also how about Snyder being like the Darth Vader of the show? You got everybody knob slobbing Hovland. Snyder's like, yeah, give me Chef over Hovland. Love it, absolutely love it. And speaking of how rich, AP brings up a good point. I mean, our guy Justin absolutely smashed last week. It was a few $100K, right? Did I get that right?
250K, yeah, he turned like $144 or so into 250K. So
I love to see it.
He's listening to us. I mean, Justin, you should be telling us who to play this weekend.
And let's be honest, there's no better time to do it than in the beginning of the year. I mean, the worst time to do it's at the end of the year. I mean, the beginning of the year, you can give a little back. Taxes don't become as much of an issue. But either way, congrats, my dude. It was great to see. Mangone matchup. Who's your favorite?
Yeah, actually, I want to target Will Zalatoris here. I found two of them, and I'm curious to get Snyder's take because he's our PGA expert. This is my lean. My lean is you can chop it. So DK, I got Will Zalatoris minus 120 over Paul Casey. That's he's plus 100 Paul Casey. Or you can go over to FanDuel and do Will Zalatoris over Tyrell Hatton. He's minus 118 over there versus Hatton being minus 108. My lean is to take the Casey one, so I want to go Zalatoris over Casey. Would you agree that's the correct one, or is attacking Hatton better?
I mean, what are all these rules? He asked you for he asked you for a matchup, and you got to go over all these rules. Just give a matchup, Mangone.
Uncle T, you know what I'm doing? This is called actually being the host because Dunkel hasn't done a great enough job of that today. I'm actually propping up our PGA expert. I'm showing you that he's the guy who does our content. He does the showdown stuff. You want to check out the showdown content over here at Run Pure Sports?
He
We're gonna
crushes
have
it.
some stuff over there on there. So subscribe to that channel. Hit the like button. 2 thumbs up. That's everything there, Uncle T.
Can we make it mandatory every week that Mangone does like a few ounces of smelling salt before he jumps on every show, or even before he gives like every take? I mean, because him sober, he can go 0 to 60 pretty quick. I think if he had a little more influence.
Yeah, you ought to see him when he's on the court, man. JJ, he goes from 60 to 0. He goes the opposite way on the court, so he fades pretty quick.
Man, I can't wait to just go shoot some hoops tomorrow, Uncle T, and just play you on rewind. You're
gonna need to shoot hoops a lot between now and March 16th. I can tell you that. That might not even help you.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll wait a couple more days. I only need a week. I'll be fine.
No,
I'm gonna lay you 11 points, man. Going if you want to smoke this way.
No, I'm gonna give him plus 150. We already talked about.
I'm gonna lay him 11 points.
11 points.
11 points.
Snyder's giving 11.
Man, I mean,
JJ, can you book that for me? 11?
I will give Mangone 11 points.
I mean, Mangone is a human being. 11?
I was going to give him 11 against my 10-year-old sister.
Wow, Mangone, you talk about me making fun of it. That is hard what they just did.
Hey, some of us have been in the gym grinding for the last couple of months.
Wow. I love it.
That's fine, no worries. Real quick, I want to shift over to something else because I was told to ask this from the boss man, Big T, right? Big T said.
He ain't my boss, first off, but go ahead. He might be your boss. He ain't my boss.
Uncle T. Uncle T, it's nap time at the retirement home. Please take a quick nap real quick while I talk to Dunkel.
So, I told you this.
We got to
answer that.
We got to answer your question. You, Uncle Dunkel. We're thinking you versus DC in the basketball suite. What's your thoughts?
Oh.
Was that me versus DC?
Yep, you versus DC.
That might be pretty even.
Yeah, I could screw it. He's gonna be there that Wednesday and Thursday.
He's going to be there. I have confirmation from him. His flight is on Wednesday, so you can get a game in.
One rule that we do have for the whole weekend, whether it's cornhole, basketball, poker, pickup sticks, if you want to call somebody out, you just call them out and you put it on Big T's whiteboard, and it's up to that guy to say yes, I'll do it or not. So you can call JJ. You can call people. If you think you can get Snyder. You know, he's a good poker player, so I don't know if you're going to beat him in poker. But if you want to call Snyder out,
whiteboard just with my name on it, because it sounds like everyone is shooting at me.
Well, they see them dollar signs. I mean,
I'm rooting for Mangone versus Rubio, though. I got your back there, Mangone.
I actually think he can win. That's one of the few matches I do think he can win.
And Mangone's got a tasty number on that too. I hear.
We're like Colin Kaepernick in that commercial. Put the Bose headphones on. We don't hear anything. We're blocking out the noise, Dunkel.
That'll be a lot of fun. I mean, I'll take a few charges against DC. No problem. No problem. All right. So I don't even know where we left. So you want me
to answer that question for you, Mangone?
You didn't ask it.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, you can answer the question. I think it's Zalatoris over Casey, but do you think it's the Hatton one?
I like both of them. I think I would actually lean Zalatoris over Hatton a little more. I think I'm going to be fading Hatton. I think Casey's a strong DraftKings play. They continue to price him down just way too low. I think Casey's a solid top 20 guy, but I think Zalatoris is the guy that's going to finish inside the top 10. So I like both of them on DraftKings, but I would lean to Zalatoris over Hatton a little more than I would Casey.
Mango, did that help you?
Yep, it was very helpful.
Yeah, Uncle T, and then we'll go to Allie. Favorite matchup you like?
It looks like Wes in chat. He's the only one that picked up on the pickup sticks. He says, "What the fuck, pickup sticks?" You gotta love it. No, I don't have a whole lot of matchups that I did like this week, but there's one down the board a little bit that I do like that I've already actually made a wager on. It's Ian Poulter -110 over Van Rooyen. I think I didn't like a whole lot of the matchups. I don't mind Rory in a couple matchups, but for the official show matchup, I'm going Poulter -110 over EVR.
Love it. Allie, you got a matchup you like, or even a player you want to target in matchups?
I'm gonna be basic and say Rory +125 over Rahm for the sole purpose that it's over Rahm.
I like it.
Love it. Love it. Okay, so I guess final notes. You know what, Snyder? I'm going to stick with you because I feel like you've been a complete rebel on the show today, and I've enjoyed a lot of it. So for final notes, I'll start with you. Anything on the course? Anything you want to talk about with the show, or your thoughts on Mangone? Final notes for you on this course.
No, I think I'm pretty much good here. I think I'm only going to play 2 of these guys on DraftKings in the top 10K range. I think I'm only going to go with Rory and Scheffler in that top 10K range. Like a couple guys in that 9K range, and I'm going to play a smaller player pool again, probably right around, I think I've got 29 guys in my pool right now for right around 100 lineups, so probably roll more tighter core like that. I'm looking forward to this event. I think it's going to humble some people. I like watching these tougher tracks, and some of these pro golfers kind of get humbled at times. It's pretty fun to watch. Not too much else. That's it.
Very cool. Allie, with your first show doing it with us here, any final notes you have on this course, or your thoughts on Mangone? I mean, I feel like we all kind of need to give our thoughts on Mangone here.
No, I really like his wall, like the stripes.
Yes.
You actually like the wall stripes, or you just...
When I first started here, Big T, one of the first things he said to me was about how you go on video calls and to notice your room, the stripe on your wall. Yeah. And it's just yeah.
Allie, you got to let the people know that you're never going to change. So just that's the key. They just got to know things are going to stay the same. You're not going to change this.
Mangone, what about yes, Mangone, your final note.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I mean, Uncle T he wants some smoke. I'm gonna have to go grab some dinner, get some Arby's to get ready for this game. So I'm on my way to Arby's, I guess, to get ready for the game in a couple weeks against you, Uncle T.
It's the shades.
And Uncle T, we'll end with you. Final notes. Anything you want to address on this course or in life?
Yeah, I don't want to give anybody else a hard time, but I do want to mention one thing, and we've got our premium show coming up at 9:00 Eastern. Myself, Tambo, Big T will be talking strategy. We'll be talking, just different things. Value. It could go on quite a while. Big T probably will get into a second bottle of wine tonight, but one thing I want to mention, and I'm going to be talking about it on the show. One interesting build from a DFS standpoint this week would be to grab one of those 10K guys and then completely forget the 9K, which is going to be very popular. I like a lot of those 9K guys, but I think an interesting build would be to grab Rory up top or whoever you like up top and then go and grab 2 of those guys in the 8K range. I think it's going to be an interesting build, one that could be definitely unique this week.
Awesome. Well, Snyder, Allie, Mangone, Uncle T, thank you so much for popping on, giving some good takes. Yes, as Uncle T said, thumbs up. And yes, thanks to the chat for hanging around and commenting as well. As always, folks, gamble responsibly, stay safe, and yes, run pure. We'll be back next week.
Hit the like button.